hello again, and welcome to Rolynn's Reviews. I told you that I would probably be coming on to speak with you about this Morehouse Commencement. So a large portion of the students did not want Jim Crow Joe to speak to all of the people who are graduating. Hopefully all of you can hear and see me well. If you can, let me know in the chat. James, it's also a great bonus that you are here as well. Thank you so much. Toy Mafia, how are you? Again, everything that we've been talking about on this channel for the past 6 months is coming to fruition. What have we been saying, folks? We've been talking about all of the tricks, all of the ploys. How you doing, Laurie? Of the Democratic Party, as I like to call them. And it's just so evident. And I thank God that people are waking up, and it's one of the best things that could have happened. So, and the funny thing about it is, and we've talked about it on this channel, the Republicans haven't done anything to garner the black vote, but it's just all of the missteps of the Democratic Party, and I love it. And so I wanted to share this with you. Of course, you know, he spoke at the Morehouse, which is an HBCU in Georgia. Of course, Dr. King is a graduate of Morehouse University as well, a very prestigious HBCU. And I wanted to share this with you. So what are the Democrats always talking about? They're always talking about victimhood and white supremacy and everyone's racist, right? That's what we hear. That's their mantra straight out of their playbook. That's all they talk about. So I wanted to share this. I think I shared this biblical conservative. I think I shared this YouTuber's content with you before. This guy gets it. He has some excellent information. And I wanted to share this with you. And I'll be talking to you in the comments section and trying to respond to all of your comments. Let's look at what old Joe has to say. Then we're going to listen to some of the excerpts from his speech that he gave yesterday. So let's listen up and see what we can learn. Again, we already know what to expect. So let's go ahead. We're going to listen. We're going to talk. As I told you, a large percentage of the students did not want Jim Crow Joe. What did we say? The president of the university, of course. Hey, everyone's bought and paid for. We know that. Let's listen up to this small excerpt, and then we'll continue in the comment section.
Legislate by, that I hold by. And they're the standards we should repair to.
My name's Joe Biden, and I'm a lifetime member of the NAACP. Now, I'm from Delaware, so I go along with Delaware State being the best HBCU. Kamala keeps saying it's Howard. And I'm going Sunday to make a speech at that other place, that men's called Morehouse.
So Joe Biden gave his commencement address at Morehouse today. I made a previous video that we'll show at the end of this video that had the responses and the reaction and the concerns of the students there at Morehouse. Well, Joe Biden did nothing to assuage those concerns today.
Scripture says, the prayers of a righteous man availeth much.
I don't know if we asked Joe where exactly that scripture is found. Will he be able to tell us exactly?
In Augusta, Georgia.
Ain't it funny how these Democrats love to quote scripture, knowing good and well they probably never even read those scriptures that they're quoting. That their speechwriters just put it in there just so they can sound like they're spiritual, like they're a Christian. Look how he's trying to pander already to the black community, to their religious roots.
This graduation day is a day for generations, a day of joy, a day earned, not given. We gather on this Sunday morning because if we're in church, perhaps it would be this reflection. It would be a reflection about resurrection and redemption. Remember, Jesus was buried on Friday, and it was Sunday. On Sunday, he rose again.
Nah, Joe, Jesus did not die on a Friday. He was not resurrected on the Sunday. He was in the grave 3 days and 3 nights. I know this is a Catholic thing that has been pushed to the greater society, and a lot of Protestant churches buy into this Good Friday and Easter Sunday. That's not 3 days. More than likely, Jesus died on a Wednesday and he got up on a Saturday night, because it said on the first day of the week, early in the morning, they came and they saw the stone roll away. Jesus did not die on a Friday, for everybody. If you didn't know, Jesus did not die on a Friday. He did not get up on a Sunday morning. I hope this helps some of you all who've been trying to factor in and trying to calculate, how is that 3 days? That's not 3 days. It's not. That's not biblically based when people say Good Friday and then Easter Sunday. And then Easter is not even something that is biblical in and of itself. That's based on the God, Ishtar, and a whole lot of other stuff. But just to set the record straight, Jesus did not die on a Friday.
But we don't talk enough about Saturday, when his disciples felt all hope was lost. In our lives, in the lives of the nation, we have those Saturdays to bear witness, the day before glory, seeing people's pain and not looking away. You missed your high school graduation. You started college just as George Floyd was murdered.
Here we go. Here comes the pandering. Joe Biden pandering, trying to appeal to the idolatry in the black community, the tired old playbook that the liberals and the Marxists continue to go to. But as I've said in the previous video, that no longer works. Twofold, because young people are waking up, especially young black folks, young black men are waking up. The majority of men in that audience are waking up to the lies of the Democratic Party. And number two, they're not attending these traditional black churches, Joe Biden, where your church plants have been stationed by the liberal puppet masters. So therefore, this will not work on them. Don't try to appeal to them through fear.
And there was a reckoning on race. It's natural to wonder.
There was not a reckoning on race. It was a reckoning established and set up by you guys.
Have we not been talking about this, guys? Past 6 months, everything that we're talking about. And I told you guys, I'm not the only one saying this. Cha-Cha said, yes, ma'am. Cha-Cha. I'm saying this is ridiculous. And, you know, I am so glad to have people on this channel who know what's going on. Folks, we have got to get the word out. This is ridiculous. Everything that we've been talking about, a lot of people are saying the same thing. And I've been telling you guys that. And so I thank God that people are waking up. And all of the people who said that, I voted for Biden before, but I know better now. Come on over. I'm just glad that the scales have been removed from your eyes. Guys, if you're here, please go ahead and hit that like button for me. Share this stream out on your various forms of social media. Sally or Cha-Cha, you're going to throw up your dinner too? Sally, good evening. He overdoing. Yeah, Sally. Sally, I'm sick of this guy. Let's go ahead and take him to Shady Pines with the rest of the folks over there, okay? The Golden Girls. All of these people, like we've been talking about, all of these people, 70 plus, 80s, 90s, it's time for you to go to Shady Pines. We need some new people in there with some fresh ideas. This is ridiculous. Hi, James. Trump had a good day today in court also. Yeah, James, I digress. I'm going to play some more of this and continue to respond to your comments in the comment section.
You guys want to have a reckoning on race because you're always trying to use black people as your useful idiots to usher in your revolution. You guys want a reckoning on race. The majority of black people did not want a reckoning on race, but you use.
What have we been saying on this channel, guys? For the most part, everyone in this country gets along just fine. What are they always trying to do? They're always trying to divide us. They do not want us to come together. Why? Because then we will be a united front. And that's not what they want, right? I even asked some co-workers. I look around. I go to the grocery stores. I don't see people, different people of different races at each other's throats. We get along just fine. Don't listen to that crap in the liberal media. That's what they want you to believe. And we know everything they say is all lies. Beverly, how are you? Yeah, I'm going to play some more.
Use the agitation of what happened to George Floyd for your advantage. You did. You played black people, and black people recognized that.
And for those of you who were not here, I did a video on the Trayvon Martin hoax. Also, the George Floyd situation. There were a lot of lies told, of course, to fit the narrative. They did not talk. Yes, we all hate that he died, but they did not tell the truth about everything in that situation. They did not. Why? It did not fit the narrative. I'll continue.
They recognize they were played by you guys to acquire and retain power. That's it.
Democracy you hear about actually works for you. What is democracy? If black men are being killed in the street, what is?
Since when did he care, or any other Democrat care about black men being killed in the street? I'll wait. What a joke. David, first Twin Tower. Yep. Okay, I got you. So again, quit all of this fakery. Right, George. Yeah, I know. 8 minutes, 46 seconds. Yeah. And again, how you doing, Peter? Only an election year. Kamala's doing the same thing. We're all of us here on this channel. We are definitely too intelligent for this, right? We know what they're about. We know that they are about divisiveness. We know that the Democrats want to keep us separate so that they can make, what have we been talking about? They do for everyone except Americans. They don't do anything for Americans. They're trying to fulfill their Marxist, socialist, communist agenda. That's what we've been talking about for 6 months. And we've talked about the primary puppet master, George Soros. And of course, he's trained his son as well. So we know what's going on. Sally, so only Biden can fix things. Sally, if we wait for him to fix anything, we'll be waiting until the rapture. And again, he may fix things for illegal immigrants. He's not fixing anything for Americans. If he is, someone type it in the comment section. I will wait. Matter of fact, I'll hold my breath. Oops, better not do that. That means that'll be the end of me. And so, again, everything that they do, racism. Okay? That's all. And they continue to tell us that we're victims. I tell you, I don't get it. How are you going to tell me that I am a victim? No one is a victim. Those of you who've been here, you know, I told you, I tell my students that racism is an excuse to fail. And I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. There are too many people who are successful. So make a decision, make a choice. It's up to you. Stop blaming all of your poor decisions on a whole race of people who don't even know you. Okay? Beverly, Rolynn, I'm good. Thanks for the truth. Yes, Beverly, and as long as I have breath in this body, I will continue to give you the truth about the Democrats. Okay? And because I'm tired of it. You know, it's time for the scales are falling off of people's eyes, and I thank God. Let's listen some more.
Boy, this stuff is getting real offensive. these liberals, these Marxists, Joe Biden should be ashamed of himself that he would think to utter these words at a black male commencement address. What about messages of hope? What about messages of aspiration? No, you guys are victims. You guys are getting murdered in the street. There's a race reckoning. It's hard for you guys. What about democracy? You don't have opportunity, black men. Would you say this same thing to a majority white?
News flash. If anyone has heard the Democrats or the liberals say any of this to another race of people, type it in the comment section. No, every 4 years, they come to black institutions, black facilities, black communities with this same rhetoric, calling everyone else a racist. But what they need to do is look in the mirror, because that's where the true racists are located.
Commencement audience, Joe Biden, I don't think you would.
Democracy. The trail of broken promises still leave black communities behind. What is democracy? You have to be 10 times better than anyone else to get a fair shot.
Black people don't need you to tell them that. It's your economy that has set them up. It's your policies. It's the social, liberal, Marxist policies that have harmed the black community, that have created the pseudo-socialistic environment in the inner cities. But you won't admit to that. You will not cop to that, Joe Biden. The Democratic Party will not cop to it, and some Republicans will not cop to it. It's that system that you have established that have kept black people second class, in your words, struggling to get ahead. I know a lot of black people that are not struggling because they have not bought into the...
Okay, exactly. I don't know why, according to the Democrats, according to the liberals, now if this isn't racist, I don't know what's not. So according to them, no black people can, none of us can make it. None of us have made it. It's 10 times as hard. We can't make it. And what's that? Systemic racism. We know they're going to continue with that BS. Newsflash. All black people don't live, in projects, and all black people are not poverty stricken. How comes you never talk about the black people who are successful? No, because you want to hold people down so that they can look up to you as their great father. No, we're only looking up to God. We're not looking up to you. That's the issue. They want to be the savior, but they're not saving anyone. They're not doing anything for any Americans. Okay, I'll continue.
Lie that you're selling. They have not bought into this system that you're selling. They have not bought into the government taking care of them. They recognize that they have agency from God and they operate from that agency.
Most of all, what does it mean, as we've heard before, to be a black man who loves his country, even if it doesn't love him back in equal measure?
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if I can make it through this whole commencement. I don't know how those young men sat through this commencement. This is so offensive. Joe Biden, we're not in 1940, 1950 anymore, brother. We are in 2024. Those black men that you're speaking to have agency. Those young black men that are graduating have the ability to achieve. They don't need you there to make them victims. They are graduating from Morehouse. They are not victims. Stop painting them as victims. Stop painting them as people that are oppressed, Joe Biden. That is offensive, and that is not going to work. That playbook is not going to work, Joe. You got to come up with something different. That is sad. That is a Democratic playbook. That is the only thing they got, and they think it's going to work. It's not going to work. You can tell it's not going to work, and Joe don't know what to do because that smattering of applause shows that people are not feeling that.
Around my wrist.
Were you guys paying attention? With thousands of people there at that graduation, I only heard a few applause, just very few. I hope you guys can hear that.
The bus to my office remind me that faith asks you to hold on to hope, to move heaven and earth, to make better days. Well, that's my commitment to you, to show you democracy, democracy, democracy is still the way. If black men are being killed in the street, we bear witness.
Joe, you talking about a black man that have been killed by other black men, or black men being killed by police officers? I think you're referring to the latter. This is so offensive.
And again, if a white police officer kills a black male, oh God, it's the end of the world. Thousands of other black males kill each other every year. They don't say one word because it doesn't fit their narrative. Get out of here.
That's so offensive.
For me, that means to call out the poison of white supremacy.
Dude, white supremacy is not the major issue affecting black people. Have you read the tea leaves? Have you listened to have you actually had a conversation with black folks? Black people are not concerned about white supremacy, man. Black people are concerned about feeding their children. Black men are concerned about finding opportunity. That's what they're concerned about. They're not concerned about white supremacy. The majority of black people don't walk around thinking about white supremacy. It's only you guys who keep reinforcing this notion of white supremacy, this boogeyman of white supremacy, so you can stay in power.
Without systemic racism, I stood up for George Floyd's family to help create a country. We don't need to have that talk with your son or grandson as they...
Boy, whoever wrote this speech did a horrible job. He's like hitting all the stereotypical talking points. This is horrible. That dude should be, whoever that was, should be fired for that.
Instead of a trail of broken promises, we're investing more money than ever in black families and black communities.
What money are they investing? The only money they're investing is for illegal immigrants. What, I don't know what he's smoking, but that's why everyone's up in arms in Chicago and New York and all of these other sanctuary cities that people have been lied to for years and told, oh no, we can't do this, we can't do that, there's no money. And then you flood the country with a bunch of illegal immigrants, and now millions and billions of dollars up here. So someone's stuck on stupid, and it's not me, and it's definitely not anyone in the live chat, because we know what's going on. I'll continue.
Reconnecting black neighborhoods cut off by old highways and decades of disinvestment when no one cared about the community. We've delivered checks and pockets to reduce black child poverty, the lowest rate in history. Removing every lead pipe in America so every child can drink clean water without fear of brain damage and can't afford to remove the lead pipes themselves. We're delivering affordable high-speed internet so no child has to sit in their parents' car or do their homework in a parking lot outside of McDonald's. Instead,
wow. That was borderline racist there, Joe. Why didn't you say in the parking lot of a Whole Foods? Why gotta be McDonald's? Why couldn't it have been a Shake Shack? Why couldn't it have been a BurgerFi? Why gotta be a McDonald's, Joe? At least you didn't say Popeyes or Cookout.
Instead of forcing you to prove you're 10 times better, we're breaking down doors so you have 100 times more opportunities. Good paying jobs you can raise a family on in your neighborhood. Capital to start small business and loans to buy homes.
Did you guys hear that? Now, again, there are thousands of people at that commencement. Do you hear the very few people who are actually clapping? They know that's a crock. How you doing, Fairly? Okay, I'll continue.
Health insurance, prescription drugs, housing. That's more affordable and accessible. I've walked the picket line and defended the rights of workers. I'm relieving the burden of student debt. Many of you have already had the benefit of it, so I can chase your dreams and grow the economy. When the Supreme Court told me I couldn't, I found 2 other ways to do it.
You broke the law. That's how you did it. You ignored the ruling of the Supreme Court. You broke the law. That's what you did.
Today in Georgia, they won't allow water to be available to you while you wait in line to vote in an election. What in the hell is that all about? No, I'm serious. Think about it. And then the constant attacks on black election workers. who count your vote. Insurrectionists who storm the Capitol with Confederate flags are called patriots by some. Not in my house.
Oh, I cannot. Cha-Cha, I'm serious. My dinner's going to come up. I can't stomach any more of this. In God's hands, how are you? Cha-Cha, more than likely, probably the 2 or 3 people who were clapping are probably some cronies with old Slyburn down there in South Carolina, otherwise known as Clyburn, who's going to have a big fish fry to try and get people to come out and vote for Jim Crow Joe. I don't know about you. I can feed myself. And so David, he is the deceiver as in the devil. Yes, he is. How you doing, Nejat Tran? Thomas Sowell would have been amazing as the keynote speaker. Exactly. They had Thomas Sowell's in his 90s. He could run circles around all of these people. But they don't want to hear anything he has to say, just like they didn't want to hear anything from his contemporary, Walter Williams. Because they are in some. Let me read this comment. Someone said something earlier. This was where is it? I'm trying to find it. Peter, the Morehouse administration is in on the con job. Exactly, Peter. Those are the 2 or 3 people who were clapping. Okay. And so again, that's that older generation, right? How you doing, Matt? Fish fry and pork chops. Cha-cha. From Cha-cha. Yes, Matt Torrance, Walter Williams, contemporary of Thomas Sowell. I also love Larry Elder as well. He tells them like it is. Why don't you get these types of people to come out and tell the truth? They tell the truth about the situation as it relates to Democrats. This victimhood mentality. If you listen to some of the young generations, they all sound like victims because that's what has been ingrained in their thinking, in their thought process. In God's hands, the pandering is getting ugly. People are not being right anymore. Exactly, in God's hands, James. I'm white. Am I not allowed to like fried fish? You can like it, James. You can enjoy it, but I suggest buy your own because if the Democrats are buying it for you, it comes at a high cost that you can't afford to pay.
Come on, man. Come on, Joe. You got to do better than that, man. I'm actually feeling sorry for you. The response you got from the crowd, this was horrible. This was a bad look, Joe Biden. And you had a lot of bad looks. This was horrible.
Black police officers, black veterans protecting the Capitol were called another word, as you'll recall. They also say out loud, these other groups, immigrants poison the blood of our country. Like the Grand Wizard and fascists said in the past. But you know and I know, we all bleed the same color. In America, we're all created equal. The record, you know what I'm saying, I mean from my gut. We know black men are going to help us lead us to the future. Black men from this class, in this university. But graduates, this is what we're up against. Extremist forces aligned against the meaning and message of Morehouse. And they peddle a fiction, a caricature. What being a man is about. Tough talk, abusing power, bigotry. Their idea of being a man is toxic. I ran them all the time when I was younger. I want to get started. But that's not.
What happened when you ran into them in the past, Joe? I'm curious about that.
I'm not kidding. For yourself and for your nation. The prayers of a righteous man availeth much. A righteous man.
What would he know about righteous? Oh my God. All right, this time for real, Cha-Cha. My dinner's coming up. I'm very serious. And I'm looking at the comment section. You guys get it. And I love it. We're all on the same page. Nick Tran says this was a stupid campaign stop for him. Who talks about George Floyd and Hamas during someone's commencement ceremony. He's such a loser, a narcissist, right? And they're willing to stay in power no matter what. Sugar Daddy, how are you, dear? And you know, John, he did receive an NAACP. And according to him, he helped kick off the civil rights movement. But I think some of you here know what time it is as it relates to Joe Biden. He was friends with the Grand Wizard and all these other things. That crime bill, he didn't want his kids going to a school with people of color. I think he said something about a jungle. Now, you let a conservative make the same remarks that Jim Crow Joe has made. Oh my God, the world's coming to an end. And so also at this commencement, at the end of the commencement activity, guys, they gave him an honorary degree. So again, when people are bought and paid for, they don't care that the students or whoever, is against who they're bringing in. They're bought and paid for. They're puppets. The president of Morehouse is a puppet. Okay. So many of us Christians would laugh at that, though. So many simply don't believe. Rest assured, we're in the belly of the beast. David, we are. Anyone that says I'm not kidding is lying. Okay, James. How you doing, D. Martinez? Even the devil knows script. Say it again, D. Martinez, please, for the people in the back. The devil can quote scripture just as well as people of God. So don't be fooled. And so, oh my God. Oh, I just, again, as all of this takes place, I am so relieved that so many people are listening. Guys, if you're here, I need for you to hit that little thumb. Also, if you're here and you have Truth Social, if you have Facebook, if you have Instagram, TikTok, whatever, share this live out on your various forms of social media. It appears as if my videos are being suppressed. And then the video that I did yesterday, YouTube has a little comment up under it about the 2020 election. So I need for you to help me get this information out. Sugar Daddy says, I'm not angry with Joe. Watch the people behind him. Sugar Daddy, right. All of these people bought and paid for. And it's not right. And at this juncture, my skepticism extends to both Republicans and the majority of Democrats. It appears akin to a WWE wrestling spectacle. Valiant Thor, I've never seen you here before, but you're absolutely right. We talk about the Republicans as well. It's just that we do talk more about the Democrats because of historically what they've done. And so the Republicans, they need to get out and vet and get out and let other communities know what they offer. And so the only reason, like I tell people, some people come in here and, oh, you're so one-sided. The Republicans don't go to black churches. The Republicans don't go pandering to the NAACP. They don't go pandering to the Congressional Black Caucus. They don't go pandering to the other black puppets who have been put in place to bring Black Americans back to the Democratic plantation. And like I tell my students, you are not a victim. Anyone who believes in God is not a victim. Or if you think you are, I don't know what God you're serving, but it's not the one I serve. And so that's the issue, folks. People, right, bigger picture, right, all by design. If you can't understand what's going on, you're going to wake up one day like, what the heck has happened? And the country's going to be gone because we're almost at that point as we speak. How you doing, Culture Mix? The Couch 2024. Hey, whatever decision you guys who are in the chat section decide to make, that's your God-given American right, and I'm not going to knock you for it. Hey, you do what you think is best for you and your family. David, remember Batman? Penguin had a poison-tipped umbrella. He kept at sun zero temps. David, I still look at the original Batman every Saturday night. I love it. So guys, again, we have to wake up. We have to share this content. with as many people as we can. This is real. And if we don't get the Democrats out of the White House, 2024, you can kiss this country goodbye. It's over. All right. It's going to be over. And I don't know what else to tell you, except that that's just where we are. I'm not trying to fear monger. I'm being very honest with you. And Sugar Daddy, thank you so much, Sugar Daddy. I appreciate that, dear. And so I tell people, you look at your pocketbook, look at your family, do what's best for you. How you doing, Manuel? Thank you so much for stopping in. David, umbrellas represent something else, kind of like the Space Needle. It gets deep. Yeah, David. Okay, you're right. And so, moral to the story is, folks, moral to the story, stay awake and don't take things at face value. You know what my mantra here is, research, research, research. C. Fryer, how are you? I'm so late. That's okay. Good to see you again. I'll be back. Oh, yeah. C. Fryer, always glad to have you here, dear. Andre, how are you? And so, again, even the devil can quote. Yes, the devil quotes scripture. Yes, he can. Cha-cha, yeah, Rolynn. The Medicaid was the last straw. Cha-cha, I heard about that. I may come on and do a video another day this week, where Americans who have been struggling were trying to get Medicaid. And then there was a black healthcare worker who was talking about all of the illegal immigrants coming in and they have Medicaid cards. They're getting all this free healthcare and Americans can't even get it. That's crazy. Who does that? Manuel, thank you for the super chat, dear. Praise for America, and you. Thank you so much, Manuel. I really appreciate you, dear. Yeah, all I heard was nothing but the Marva. Peter, that's all they do is continue to talk negatively. You're a victim. You can't make it. There's systemic racism. The police are killing black people. Come on, man. Really? There's nothing positive. So every black person in America is in poverty, right? First of all, you know they're lying. Look at all the black elites who are bought and paid for. Go down there and look at old Slyburn down in South Carolina talking about, well, all the people that I talked to, they said they're voting for Biden. Yeah, you're talking about that old Shady Pines generation who only look at CNN and MSNBC. Okay. Thank you so much, Culture Mix. And people are waking up. The polls are showing the truth. Yes. Now, you know, when MSNBC and CNN starts to finally acknowledge the polls, because remember, for months they were like, oh, no, that's not true. That's not true. And guys, you have to realize this. We don't know how high those numbers are. There are a lot of Black Americans who aren't saying anything for fear of being ostracized. So that's all we know at this point. Okay. Thank you so much. Manuel, we're only victims if we stop fighting. Vote, 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 and do your research. Manuel, go back and look at the videos since I started this series, dear. I've been saying that. Every video I say that. No more blind voting. Right, Manuel? No more voting for skin color, which is racial idolatry. Vote for policy. Policy over party. Okay. And if you do that, you should be able to sleep well at night, right? Peter says, like to see you talk with Jesse Lee Peterson. Peter, I have reached out to some people. I haven't heard from them, but I've even reached out to the lady in Chicago, Kata Truss, who is out here. She had been a lifelong Democrat. She is no longer is she a lifelong Democrat. And I've reached out to her. I've reached out to a few people, but I have not heard a word. I am trying to bring guests here to the program, so I am working on that. I promise. I'm just waiting to hear back from some people. I did reach out to them on social media. Okay, Manuel, you'd be good on the video. Manuel, I looked at one of his videos the other day, And he's one of the people that I'm going to reach out to. Yeah, I love the Benny Johnson show. And so I am working, I'm reaching out to people, and I'm trying to see if they would like to come on the show. The Chicago Red organization. I have not reached out to them, Cha, but I can. Pop and policy. Oh, Manuel. Oh, cool. And Manuel, yeah. If you're here for the first time, we're just trying to get the truth out. I'm tired of people being lied to. I'm tired of people being bamboozled, being told you're okay, you're black, you have to vote Democrat. No, that's not going to work. Benny Johnson controlled opposition all in the club. Okay. Check out the Doctor of Common Sense. Hi, the old bag is here. Okay. And so that's what we're talking about on this channel. Trying to disseminate truth so that people can separate truth from the lies and from the fake news that is being disseminated. Jericho Green. Okay, old bag. I can check out Jericho Green. And so that's basically what I wanted to talk to you guys about. How you doing, Tammy? There's a lot more at stake here than we realize. Oh yeah, Tammy, the country is at stake. The country is definitely at stake here. I'm telling you, this country is if we don't get out and stop those Democrats from getting back in office, you can kiss it goodbye. It is over. David, they even worked out of a giant pentagram. Yeah, I heard about that, David. Oh, yeah. So people better wake up. And I don't know why people go out here and vote against their best interests. Oh, Manuel, yeah, Diamond and Silk. Oh, yeah. I haven't been able to watch since I think it was Diamond passed away. Bantu 144. Yeah, that's all they're doing. Straight pandering. Bantu, I don't know if you've been here before on the channel, hit that like button. We talked about that. We've been talking about that for the past 6 months. Kamala's out pandering. Biden is out pandering. They have people, they're putting out all stops. They see the poll numbers. They're now realizing that Biden is in serious trouble. People would rather believe a lie than admit that they were wrong. Peter, you get it. You get it, Peter. People don't want to admit they're wrong, but I'm saying that's why I'm telling people, for the people who are realizing, hey, I'm not going to continue to vote for the liberals. They don't care anything. Why are you going to vote for people who are against America, who are plotting the downfall of America? Right? That's what they're doing with their Marxist, socialist, communist agenda. Valiant Thor. The Bible says in the end times, people will proclaim what is right is wrong, and what is wrong, they will say is right. That's what's happening. Look at all the crime, the rampant crime. And all of these illegal immigrants that are committing all these crimes, they're not doing anything to them. That's crazy. And yeah, it's all happening today, Valiant. You're absolutely right. Andre said, I'm thinking you're talking about Brandon Johnson, right? The mayor of Chicago. So yeah, I think he was chased the other day, Andre. Some of his constituents, they were trying to ask him some questions and he was running from them. Thank you so much, Valiant. And so yeah, people, and now you know if Chicago can change, they've been blue since the beginning of time. If Chicago can change, anyone can change. David, what's the difference? Military surrounded the Capitol, installed the regime, even televised it. Somehow us people missed it. Yeah, that little, that wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. You're absolutely right. And people need to start checking that out. Cha-Cha, Rolynn, Michael Eric Dyson admitted to being a socialist. Oh, yeah, Cha-Cha, send that to me, dear. Again, he's up there in academia and one of the elites. Sally, people in the Bronx asking for Trump. Yeah, people were camping out, Sally, that waiting to see him. So people are waking up, and that's all we can ask for and hope for. And so that's where we are with that. And I didn't want to keep you all night, but I did want to come on and talk about that. Valiant, the White House is officially the most expensive nursing home in America. Valiant gets it. It is. That's the White House is Shady Pines #2. And so all leads to the New World Order. That's what they're trying to do, David. And so again, some of us in here, most of us here, we know what's going on, which is a good thing. And again, though, if there's anyone in here on Truth Social, share this out on Truth Social. Share this out on any of your social media. Okay. See, Fry, anybody hear about Harrison Butker graduation speech? I have not at this point, C. Fryer. Katrinka, how are you? Sandoval. Yes, thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. Okay. So I'm going to let you guys go. I may come on again. I told you I'm only about 5-6 more days of school. And so I will be coming on more often than just once a week. Red and blue mix, okay, from Phoenician purple, they are slick. Yeah, you know how they are, David. So I hope all of you enjoyed this. I wanted to come on and talk to you and let you know what happened at the commencement at Morehouse, because I think I did mention it on Sunday. But yeah, just be looking out. You never know when I'm going to come on. C. Fryer, I'd like to hear your opinion on those speeches if you have time. Okay, C. Fryer, send me an email, dear, so I can see exactly, check everything out. Travis Kelsey, yeah, I heard about that graduation speech, and now he's catching a lot of flack for that. Sorry, David, you're fine, dear. Manuel, lots of love. Thank you. Lots of love to you, dear. Thanks for sharing and being brave to share the truth. Yes, Manuel, if we don't share the truth, we're going to have too many people in the dark, and God knows that's been the case forever. We're trying to turn the lights on for them. Fridge Reaver from Germany, how you doing, dear? David, how are you, Dave? All right, so everyone who's here, yeah, if you missed it, we're going to end the live now, but you can go back and you can check out what we talked about and just listen out to the people who were in the crowd. Thousands of people were there at the commencement, but you did not hear a lot of people clapping, so I'm happy about that. So I hope everyone has a beautiful work week tomorrow. Beautiful work day, excuse me, not week. Troy Mafia, yeah, Fridge Reaver. Yeah, it's 2:49 there. Okay, sweetie. All right. So you know how I do. Once I end the live, I'll continue to respond to your comments in the comment section until I don't see you there anymore. So everyone, enjoy your evening, and I'll see you another day this week. Thank you for spending your very valuable time here at the Rolynn's Reviews YouTube channel.